YouTube. Would request the IT team to please start the recording on YouTube. Thank you.
So,
Amish,
Kevin,
you can
there might be conflict of interest with
Yes, sir.
GTS. So
Yes,
I will
sir.
refrain myself from creating this
Sure,
nomination.
sir. Sure, sir. So we can start with the first presentation at the moment for the GTS. You're open to start. I hope you could see the timer, 10 minutes.
Yeah, I can see the timer.
Okay.
Can you please confirm if you can see the screen?
Yes, we can. We can see
Okay,
this.
great. Thank you. So shall we start or wait for the timer to start?
You can start. You can start. The timer will start.
Okay, great. Hello, jury members. Thanks for giving this opportunity to me and GTS Tech Labs to present our innovation in banking and financial sector. I am Alok Maurya. I am Director of Product for GTS Tech Labs. Let's start with the understanding of the problem and then going to the product level one after another. So the problem statement that we have identified to work on was twofolded. One, we were working for one of our customer in BNPL segment. So we understood the streamlining of customer acquisition, the process involved, and the marketing. These are two level of things that BFSI or BNPL have to do. Again, repeating myself, first thing is strong process for identification of prospect client and to communicate with those prospect client when the at the time of purchase, when the purchase is happening or at the right moment. So these two things, as of now, banks and NBFCs, they are using separate business models and different communication platform to manage these two business process and the communication process. While the business process for BFSIs or BNPL solution provider can be an outcome of intense, personalized, and thoughtful techniques. But if the communication platform that they are using is just acting as a passive delivery channel, the personalization or the work that they have done to align the credit limit or to align the services for the prospective client cannot be delivered in the same fashion. So the entire customer experience, and sometimes it can become annoying for the customer. Like you have a bank account in a certain bank, and they keep calling you to open a bank, and you may be wondering, I already have this account. Why don't they check their own process and stop calling me? So these are some basic problem that we have seen. So as I mentioned, we have worked in this BNPL market with a few of our customer. The current market stats, what we understand is $6.20 billion, the overall market size, out of which we are targeting to certain markets, which I will represent later in the slide. And I will give the reason why we are targeting certain market and what is the potential. So just skimming through this slide. So what we are doing here is we are trying to build the convergence between the business process used by BFSIs and the communication service. What we are doing is we are building 360-degree profiling of customer, first by extracting the data from different data sources that the bank or the BFSI or BNPL user has. Then mapping the customer journey throughout the process and sending them a personalized message through our hyper personalization engine at the right time, just before the purchase is going to happen. So he's aware, as well as he has option to go with the purchasing plan over our solution. We can also keep this as an automated campaign based on the past reaction of the customer or past purchase history. Based on the purchase history, we are also building the loyalty management to manage the customer retention and relationship. This is our architecture, just going through it quickly. We are collecting data from the first party, that is bank's own CRM, the customer care or utility usage or credit score, and also from third party sources to get the overall behavioral pattern of the customer, like from different third party sources. All this data goes to a data mart where we have different rule engines and other modules that work in sync, get the overall profiling done for the customer, and based on his profile, our communication engine, which is our own in-house CPaaS platform, sends the communication over multiple channel based on the preference of customer. Maybe the customer for the last campaign may not have replied to any of the SMS or call. Then we can switch to a WhatsApp with the consent that you have taken from the customer. And all these campaign outputs are pushed back to the our engines for monitoring and predicting the next best step to be taken. Here I have shown a use case, a very simple use case of farmer loan and subsidy, which we are working in Ivory Coast with one of our client, where the farmer who needs fertilizer or seeds, but he have no instant cash. He can either borrow from some known people, or he can borrow it from BNPL solution or government directly. So here we are working with a government on loan and subsidy. We are profiling the farmer based on the information that first we have gathered by establishing straightforward communication with him, and then we have understood the overall input and verified it from the third party data that we have collected. uh, after doing this, we have allowed a credit line or a subsidy quota for the farmer. Once he get his subsidy or credit line information, he can book an appointment with the registered or government affiliated fertilizer stores. He can then go and buy his good or fertilizer that he have requested for a local bank which is in the vicinity of the farmer and the fertilizer company or the shop. They are all in the vicinity, so the local bank, like what we have Grameen Bank in here in India, it can act as a creditor and debitor to facilitate the transaction of money. In this entire process, once the tokenization model is established, the physical transaction of money is not happening. The farmer shows the token to the fertilizer shop, and he issues the fertilizer as per his requirement or as per the subsidy given. And the bank then pays it back to the fertilizer shop, and the farmer can pay it back to the bank once his crop have been facilitated.
Alok,
So
you're
this is
close to
our
two
competitive.
minutes.
Yeah.
You're close to 2 minutes.
Okay. So this is our competitive advantage. We have different data analytics solutions like SaaS. We have different communication platform providers like Root Mobile in India. They all are working on their specific domain. What, as I mentioned, we are trying to do here is we are trying to converge the data analytics and the communication domain together and providing this holistic solution to our partners. So these are the market that we are looking forward for. Like Africa, I personally have worked here in this continent for quite a long time. We have our mother company, GlobeTeleservices, who have active relationship in Africa. And with the high mobile user, less banking maturity, and underserved population, we have seen M-Pesa growing in this domain. So we see a good potential in African market. The same for LATAM and Southeast Asia market, where we have strong relation. So these are our serviceable market segments. And this is our customer lifetime value that we are offering. Easy access to finance, direct merchant network that we can build on the go on our platform, and building credit score for under served, community like farmers in some of the region where they don't have credit score actively done for this category. So these are our social impact as per the UN sustainable model. We are trying to decrease poverty, reduce inequality, working on better health and well-being by issuing some use cases for healthcare service on instant facilitation of currency or money. And we are doing this innovation in multiple domains like telecom and fintech. Thank you. That's it from me. Yes, Kevin.
Do we have any traction data, something what you have done so far?
Sir, we do have some information like here in India, we have done this project with Payoff, which is a BNPL company, but we can't share that data because that doesn't lies with us.
For how many years you are in operations, and in what markets have you tested so far, and what traction have you built?
So, sir, we are in business. GTS Tech Lab per se is in business for last 1 year. We have done this in India with Payoff, and in Ivory Coast we have done with one of the MFIs. So these are the two active customer base that we are serving for as of now. And our mother company, which is active in Africa, they are in this business for last 10 years in telecom domain.
When you say mother company, as in a similar line of business, or it's
No, sir. So the mother company is GlobeTeleservices. It is into telecom solution and service facilitation. They work with the mobile operators and governments. So they are totally into the telecom. So the knowledge of telecom or the understanding of the telecom domain, we got it from there. And our own data analytics solution on the fintech side, that is what we have developed here, and we tried to merge it together.
Okay. And so far you have not leveraged the parent to the extent that you can, but going forward, is that the intention, that you will leverage on the parent capabilities completely? One, B, when you say you have a parent and you certainly took some learning from them, but how is your team structured? As in that lies in the parent, or team lies in the GTS Tech Lab, and what is the team structure?
So, yeah. So, sir, first to answer your first part, the GTS, the GlobeTeleservices per se, they are totally a separate entity. Yes, they are mother company, but the entire management, we have our own CEO. I am working as a director. We have our separate CTO and different people working here. The entire company is based out of Bangalore. So they are two different entities. Yes, initially to get those connections, because GTS has already worked in multiple government project in Africa continent. So initially we are using their contacts or their partnership to get the market first. And yes, we are building our own capability, but they are very much limited to telecom. On their learning or on their telecom part of intelligence, we have built our own setup. So it is totally different segment.
Exploring
Yes,
other questions.
Thanks, Alok.
thank you, sir.
So look, I believe that's the questions from the juror. Expecting any other questions here? No. Thank you, Alok, for your time. It's been brief enough innovations which showcase. We look forward with the evaluations as well as the results for your participation. Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Would request the team GTS. The next presentation is kept private by PayHuddle, and this is not to be recorded live on YouTube as well.
Okay. Shall I leave or?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hi, Gavin.
Hi, Prakash. Prakash.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry. Is there anyone been asking question?
No, our meeting is made as public. So
It's public? It's
yeah,
public
yes,
because
yes, yes,
okay. We'll keep it live on YouTube then.
yes, correct.
Mr. Dere, if you could join for this meet. Sir? Yes, he's here. Also want to just check with the other leaders joining. We have Gautam from PayHuddle and Ram, Karthik, and Prakash. Is it right? Any other leaders? Shiv Garu from your team?
Another Indranil is joining. Indranil.
Indranil.
And
Okay. I'll
Sivaguru.
admit
Yeah.
Shivaguru as well.
Yeah, Indranil Sivaguru. Yeah.
Prakash, you have logged in from 2 devices. Just make sure the other device, the audio is mute.
And also Gautam.
So, Gautam, okay. Once they join, we'll add them.
Sure. Thank you.
Recording in progress.
So now, Prakash would request you to log out from one device. Thank you. You're on mute if you're speaking.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're audible. Can you share your screen?
Sure. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can. Would request for a full screen.
Sure.
Good to start now. The timer is 10 minutes. Let me place a time highlight for the timer.
Okay.
And you can start the presentation.
Sure. Hi, good evening all. My name is Prakash Samandam. I'm the CEO for PayHuddle Solutions. We are a payment testing automation company. We develop products for different payment products. This particular presentation, we're very happy to be here to be presenting one of our important products meant for API functionality testing. See, the idea what we have is there are a lot of products available now for fintech markets, lots and lots of products, and we believe that there was a need and ask for a good testing solution. So we thought that the best way is to enhance our existing platform to support an open API based testing platform. That is what is the main objective we have. And we wanted to keep it very simple and stupid. So we developed it in such a way that there's literally no coding there. All you need to know is Excel. That's all you need to know. And this will also have a lot of other features, which I'll explain in the other slides. You can, I'll go to the next slide. The product is called Stratos. Okay. So Stratos, it's an open API based test platform. It's a test platform because we provide a lot of libraries there, pre-built libraries. For instance, we provide libraries for host testing using ISO 8583 protocols, standards basically for fintech systems. This is absolutely an automated system where by just giving an YAML file, basically the API functionality, we will be generating source code, compiling it, and then deploying it live so that immediately, for instance, if you're having some API clients or API server, you will have the simulators on the other end for ready to fire transactions. So this is what this platform is all about. So this has dynamic code generation, and then it supports YAML, JSON, Postman collection to generate source code and then deploy it. It has very exhaustive reporting system plus log analysis inbuilt in it. And then what we have also added here is that you will be able to attach your test cases to it by using just Excel. These are the major functionalities. And we have also have another unique feature called the certification workflow. For instance, there are a lot of players who would like to certify this API integration or test or debug according to their set standards. For instance, you take MasterCard or Visa or NPC, they have some set standards about how a product should be rolled out. For that rollout, they have certification process. Our platform also supports workflow process there. So basically, we do automated source code development, compilation, simulation, plus test case integration, plus workflow management. This is what this platform is all about. The market opportunities, like I mentioned, there are a lot of fintech products and everybody wants a good testing platform. Of course, there are other products, but what we bring in is, this is a pre-built library, so which is very specific to fintech. And we also bring this no code, immediately applicable. Within a matter of couple of hours, the system is ready to be tested. Your system, the API system, is ready to be tested. In fact, this is already being deployed in 2 places. One, most of you may know that Credol, for this Open network, we are a partner for Credol to certify TSPs, technology service providers, for the Open protocol. And we have also deployed it for one of the most well-known brands, payment brands in the world, Discover. We have also deployed it there. These 2, we already developed it and deployed it. In fact, these 2 projects helped us to design this product because we developed it for API test platform, and then we recognize that there is a different market available for this. So we enhanced the project into a product. That's what we did. So what is the innovation here is, this is an incremental innovation. This is about pre-built libraries. So when a fintech company comes in, we already have libraries built for them to test the connectivity part, be it ISO 8583 and so on and so forth. This is one. And then workflow definition, for instance, let's say payment schemes or even Credol for that matter. Before they roll out, they have different steps. First, they should have completed the debug. Then they will be doing certification part. So this kind of workflow is possible here with different state support and so on. And then being this no code automated, just by giving the YAML file, you don't have to do anything else. And the system is ready, and then your system will be tested. The person should know basically Excel file, that's all they should know. And then market validation is already done, like I mentioned, that it is being used right now as we speak by a payment scheme, US-based payment scheme, who's working in 220 countries, if I'm not wrong, and then OCAN, the protocol. Okay, so what we see as a market potential here is, it's basically what we believe is, it's already demonstrated, validated. There is a lot of opportunity for this. There are hardly few players actually with very specific niche thing. There is, of course, Postmans and different products available, but we are focusing on a particular domain, which is fintech, which will usually have a lot of security requirements, which are addressed in our system. It'll have a lot of log analysis, which is built inside our system, workflow, which has been built inside our system. We have right now 6% of our revenue coming from these 2 projects. We are going to go with a SaaS-based model soon. We believe there are a few $1 million of business in this domain, in this product specifically. And in our roadmap, we also have in our roadmap to do this performance and service virtualization, so that you can have a sandbox to be deployed. A multitude of features can be expanded as we speak. Okay, what is the social impact here is, at the end, what happens is SMEs gets benefited because all this particular test platform is meant for fintech companies who will be able to go to the market with a lot of confidence that their APIs are already tested, especially when you have to integrate with different parties, be it a payment system, be it a bank, be another technology service provider, and so on and so forth. They don't have to spend days together for testing with this automated system and pre-built libraries. They will be able to have the confidence to roll out to their SME customers a solution which works seamlessly. This is the social impact we bring. SMEs have already been. We see a lot of advantages in this already in deploying with Discover. I'll just keep it short. There are 2 case studies, like I mentioned, for this. Stratos is the platform, our platform name. This click to pay is what is called as EMVCo, the international agency. We are one of the 5 companies in this world to be qualified by EMVCo for different L3 and the past testing and so on. This click to pay is a new specification which is being accommodated, which is being recognized by all international payment schemes in the world, be it MasterCard, Visa, all of them. They have actually defined a process, a standard, which talks about how your checkout experience should be in a web-based purchase. Let's say, for example, it's a Flipkart or an Amazon. Today, the data is being stored in be it Flipkart or any merchant and so on and so forth. In this click to pay, what happens is the data is only with the issuer. They use, of course, about tokens and all that. And the purchase, the user experience is standard across any merchant or any payment scheme. So even if you have a MasterCard card or a Visa card, the checkout experience with your card will still be the same. So this involves so many entities in this, be it the SDK, the APIs, the tokenization server, and the issuer host system, all that. This is being tested with our test platform. Already it is in production. This is in production. The other one is the Open network in India. We are actually the recognized testing solution provider for Open. This again is an API testing platform. We test the bridge between the loan service provider and the banking system, so that they again have the same standard interoperable secure environment to go live. So these are the two case studies already with us. So this is the platform, and happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Mr. Prakash. Let me add it now. Yes, you're open for questions now.
Sure.
Prakash for innovation.
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
Thank you for presenting such a wonderful innovation.
Thank you.
Since this is the innovation award, it would be nice if you can really highlight some key pointers, key uniqueness of your proposition over the competitors.
Okay. See, if you notice, this particular solution, as far as we know, we have compared with. In fact, we have also submitted this detail with you. We have compared it with 6-7 internationally well-known brands. We are very specific to fintech is one, because we already have pre-built libraries already pre-built into it. And then it is a automatic source code generation to simulate the other end. For instance, let's say you are the API server. We will be simulating the API client. This is another one innovation. Third one is we will integrate the test data with, in fact, this test data, the API testing is not independent atomic testing. We will be able to,
No, please go ahead.
So you will be able to chain API calls. So basically, you will be able to have a logical flow. For instance, one output from an API call can be chained to the next API call, which means logical testing is possible, automated testing is possible.
But there are a lot of API testers are already automated API testing services are already available.
Absolutely.
So
but
you have just made it for the fintech.
Yes.
Where is the domain important in this?
Exactly. So when you look at fintech products, you will have a lot of times integration with, let's say, issuers or payment schemes like MasterCard or Visa or NPCI. They have a specific message formats, ISO 8583 standards, which are pre-built into our tools. That is one. That one in innovation is available there. Second is in terms of workflow. For instance, let's say that's what we have deployed it with Discover, where we have the certification process. So a customer is being onboarded into a payment scheme. First step they have to do is they have to connect with their network, with the API documentation followed and so on and so forth.
Got it. Who are your top 2-3 customers?
Discover Financial Services. It's a Fortune 500 company.
Okay.
And then Oken Network in India. Credol, it is actually the well-known.
And any idea which are the highest APIs consumed here in India?
Sorry, if you
which are the highest APIs consumed here in India? Which are the highest called APIs?
I'm sorry, I don't have an answer.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Julius, we're open for questions. Any other questions from the Julius? Yeah, Mr.
No, thanks, Mr. Prakash. I think you addressed the previous question very well. Addressed some of my questions, but one fundamental query I have, probably don't have understanding of your business that much. That's why I'm raising this question. You are saying that you're targeting only fintechs, and for fintechs, and you quoted that somewhere you are able to speed up the testing from 36 hours to few minutes.
Correct.
And I'm just saying that while these numbers are all right,
Mhm.
but are these a real problem statement considering, as Mr. Bhupesh mentioned, that there's certainly already some automated solution available,
Mhm.
which can to fair degree, if not 30 minutes, they can probably provide some solution in few hours,
Mhm.
with some kind of automation, with some kind of workflows, and some kind of manual intervention to that.
Right.
What exactly are we solving for that is
Okay.
not solved?
Okay. Let me address it. It's an interesting question. See, why would Discover buy it from us? Like you said, they may be able to, in fact, to purchase a Postman collection with a professional edition and so on and so forth. Why should they collect it with us? Because they have very specific requirements. For instance, the amount of log analysis they have to do and the amount of work they have to do, because then you need actually a bit of a software guy to do the testing. In these payment scheme, generally, the SME does the testing. So they need this to be a very easy to use tool. That is one of the important things we focused on. We looked at always a usability angle. So this pre-built libraries plus the feature to immediately plug and play the testing solution. There is no learning curve at all here. There is no learning curve. All they have to do is, in fact, I can show, if you permit, I'll show you the Excel file, what we use for testing. In fact, for configuration. This is a very simple file, and this is why we have this is something like, let's say it's something to say like custom built for a fintech industry, while this can also be used for any API testing tool. So what will happen is this is being designed, this has been designed as a platform. Tomorrow this can be for fintech, it can be for scientific things, it can be for tomorrow, it can be for let's say, for example, transportation. It can be used for anything. What we have built now is only for fintech. Going forward, we'll be able to identify other sources as well.
I understand it, but who is the user? Within the fintech also, who is the user? Within the SMEs also, who is the user? That user will be a software engineer?
Not necessarily. When it comes to the testing people in this fintech industry, they have a lot of business knowledge. They don't have to write any scripts also here. They have to just give, they have to just know. In fact, if they can provide the YAML file, which the developer team will give it to them, the simulation is ready. Right from day one, you have, see, let's say you're developing an API service. You need somebody to test it. You need to develop the other end, the client end, right? Simulation. So when in our system, they don't have to do anything. All they have to do is give the definition of that API service, what they are developing. And our systems actually immediately generates the source code, deploys it automatically, and brings up the service, client service. In fact, it has all the callback mechanisms supported, which is being, in my knowledge, no competitor has it. So callback mechanism is supported in our tool. So that's the advantage. It's more like, I would say, a lot of convenience and the immediate acceptance within a testing community. That's what I would say.
Thank you.
See, we are predominantly a test tool company, but with EMVCo, MasterCard, Visa accredited companies. We work a lot with them. So we have identified these pain points. In fact, that is one of the reasons for us to be onboarded as a testing service provided by Credol. After checking out that we are internationally certified to offer test tools for banks. In fact, a lot of tools in India, our tools are being used by most of the banks in India. Sure.
Thank you. Exploring other questions if there are any. Okay, give me a minute.
See, for us, the customer can be any fintech company. That's the advantage we'll have. We are not a competition to anybody here. So any fintech company is a potential customer for us.
So have you looked at any Indian companies?
Oaken, for instance, Oaken is an Indian non-profit organization. They have onboarded us. That's what we have done already.
Okay.
The LSP bridge, we have already developed it. It's to be used now. Token, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Mr. Prakash. That's it, I feel, for your session. There seems no questions from the juror at the moment. We
Okay.
look forward with your innovations in the future as well, and also best of luck with your results for this round.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We are looking forward to it. Good day. Good day
Thank
to you,
you.
gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Judo, as we move forward with the